Hello, and welcome back to the Greek Pyramid. On the back of the teaser trailer being released the other week, I was thinking about what I would like to see from this series. So, without further ado, here is 5 things I would like to see from the Disney Plus Percy Jackson series. First up, something that has already been confirmed. I have seen it before on Becky Ryden's Twitter, and I think Rick might have confirmed it in a blog post at some point, which is adding new content to the first book. This is to help flesh out certain parts of the story and certain characters. With one of these scenes having already been filmed, I'm intrigued to see where they go with these added scenes. And in a similar vein, I'm hoping that characters that only start to appear in the later books will be introduced slightly earlier, such as Beckendorf or Selena, with a quick spoiler warning here, to make their deaths more impactful later on. Particularly with Beckendorf, I feel like his death really starts to show how serious the war is going to be in The Last Olympian. Then, this one kind of is a follow-up from the previous one slightly. When they end up in the Lotus Casino in the first series in Las Vegas, you can maybe have a little Nico/Bianca cameo, or at least I'm thinking allude to them in some way, so everyone in the know gets a little bit of a dopamine rush from that. I mean, I do understand there are some problems with trying to do that, obviously, because say you manage to make all 5 seasons, you're having to hire Nico and Bianca 2 seasons early, particularly with Nico being a very big character throughout many of the other books. I can see why it may be too far in advance, but I think there should be some kind of homage to these characters, whether it's a cameo or something else, that would pay off for people a couple of seasons down the line. Obviously, we've had some sneak previews in the teaser trailer, but I'm very excited to see what they do with the camp as a whole. You've got some pretty big sets to build there, like you've got the big house, the strawberry fields, Talia's pine tree. The inside of the Poseidon cabin I have pretty big hopes for. I mean, I feel like everyone has pretty strong images in their minds of how each of us see Camp Half-Blood, obviously through Rick's writing. So, with Rick at the helm of this show, I'm excited to see how they create the camp in his image. This one's mostly a bit of a shot at the film adaptation, I think, as there are quite a few villains that either were replaced or just left out that I'm looking forward to see in this series. You've got Procrustes, the spiders in the water park, the Ares battle, the Kronos reveal, as they realise there's actually something a bit weird going on, and there's actually some other person behind this. You also have adapting the Medusa scene without the need for an iPod Touch to use as a mirror. I think this one's quite an obvious one. You've also got to have that final scene with Luke's betrayal and trying to assassinate Percy with a pit scorpion, as Luke's plan and his hatred for the gods is revealed. I just think there's a lot that could be done with these villains, and I'm really looking forward to see how they do it. There have been a couple of set photos that are leaked that have been confirming that this scene has already been filmed, or at least part of it has. This is a bit of a niche one, but it's actually quite an important scene, as it's the first time Percy tries to communicate with his father, and then a nymph comes along with a message for him. Also, I'm quite intrigued to see how they do it, because there is a bit of a mistake, or a bit of a exaggeration potentially, as the arch is actually a long way away from the Mississippi River, like 500 feet or so, from some sources I read online. That's a long way for Percy to fall. So, it's a bit niche, but I'm intrigued to see what they do with this scene. Do they pretend the water's just closer? Or do they come up with a different solution of how he propels his way to the water? Anyway, thank you for watching. That's just 5 things I would like to see. There's quite a few other things I'd like to see. Maybe I'll make a second video about it at some point. But if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below, what you are looking forward to in the Percy Jackson series, and I'll see you next time for another video. Goodbye.